putting an SI alternator back together. That's today's fun. So this is the rectifier bridge, and the negative side and the positive side, they're separated by these plastic there, and the middle is plastic. For the CUCV 27 SI alternator, which this is, they isolated ground. See the little plastic sleeve around the ground bolt? This is the external ground because it's isolated ground. That right there and a fiber washer underneath here make this isolated ground. So what you got to do to put it together is put the fiber washer down there. The bolt that goes in there has rubber on top to keep it from touching the ground, and it has the wire that goes around to the brushes. So I'm going to put that in first. And then you have to make sure the negative goes in. Let me tighten that one on up. Okay. So we got that over there with the fiber washer. This, the little black sleeve, has to come through, and it does. And then another fiber washer goes on there. This is the negative. Tighten this up too. Okay. So the isolated ground part is now done. The voltage regulator with the pins, and this one I tested at 14.64 on my fancy test rig the other day. And the brushes with the wire paperclip works holding the brushes back against their springs. Okay, here's where we get some fun, because the diode trio has to go on here. It goes over that hole. We get a resistor that goes between this post, and yeah, everything's got to line up. This is a 1/4. Is this the right one for this? Yes, it is. Okay, that should hold things in place a little better. This gets to go there. So the wire that goes to the negative on the rectifier, because this is the negative for the regulator. And then this bolt has nothing else on it. I'm snugging those on down. But the diode trio is bent up a little bit, but that's all right. It's been right back down again. Is it the same size? Sure. The capacitor goes to the positive side. You only need this if you're using military radios, but since it's part of it, it's already there, let's just hook it up. Okay, then this is the positive stud that comes through. You can see there's a fiber washer for the inside and a nut for the inside, and then that sleeve goes on the outside. You can also see where my previous rubber fiber washer setup did not hold. So that goes there. Fiber washer on the inside. You actually got to put there's supposed to be right there a plate like this that goes between here to here. My plate burned up when the fiber washer burned up, so I don't have that plate anymore. Instead, I made a wire to do the same thing. Okay. This. Again, if you had the plate, your plate would go over here to the small screw on the positive side of the rectifier bridge. I think this one is a 11/30 seconds or something like that. Yes, 11/30. No, it's not. That's the 1/4. Okay, so that's in. We have the positive side over here. So we got positive, we got negative. We don't have the little pin out for the STE ice system yet. So that's what we're doing next. Same thing. You got fiber washers. It has to be isolated. So coming from the outside, we have the pin. Fits inside the little plastic covering. Then we have, oh no, don't fall out. Get out of there. No, it won't fit. Okay, that does, the plastic right here does center itself in the hole. So you can use this to keep it from wobbling around the hole. Fiber washer. Then you got this plate. It goes from there over to the third or left-hand side of the rectifier bridge. And this one is 11/30 seconds. So you try pulling this off with the stator installed, you can't get to this with a socket. Okay, so that's that. So we have brushes, regulator, the resistor on here, power to the positive side, negatives off there, STC ice thing, diode trio is there, the wire going around the negative, capacitor. Now it's time to install the stator. Now this, there's notches. Everywhere there's a bolt hole. So as long as you line up the bolt hole and have the holes down there, the leads down there, ready to go to the rectifier bridge. Well, let me show you. That little pin right there, that is for combining the cases. And I'm trying to get the thing centered up on the holes. Did a fairly decent job. Just pushes on in. There. Then all you gotta do is put the nuts on those leads. It's hard to get 2 fingers down in there. As I'm showing, it can be done. Well, maybe. Tighten those on down. Those are also 11/32. At least on mine they are. So I have a rear bearing that's got grease in it. It's not bad. Everything's wired in. So now we line up. I showed you that one pin. Here's the pin for the other half of the case that goes over that pin. I'm going to keep it vertical. So this one goes right there. And if not put it in crooked like I just did, there it goes. You gotta make sure you line up the pin. I just had it off. There. That pin is lined up. Then these bolts go on in. Basic rules for everything else. Get all of them started and by hand before you tighten any of them up, because to get this thing kinked, it's going to hurt. I'm just making sure all of them get snug before I start cranking down anything. It spins just fine. But then you got to pull the pin. Pull the pin for the brushes. Still spins just fine. Awesome. Tighten these bolts up with the ratchet. This nut goes onto the negative. Or should. It did a while ago. There it goes. All right. One SI alternator. Put back together again, tested and ready to go. Hopefully this helps somebody. Thanks for watching.